Just because you do not like the behavior of a woman who calls herself a feminist, doesn't mean you get to tell her, or decide, that she is not a feminist. Radical and man-hating feminism started in the 70s and still very much exists today. By simply declaring that it isn't real feminism, you are not solving the problem. You are burying your head in the sand and ignoring it. If you truly are for equality, or truly believe that is what feminism is about, even though a wide body of evidence exists to prove it isn't, then you would spend your time trying to correct the problems with your own sisters instead of ignoring their actions. Is it easier to not confront them because they are women? More often than not, what I see is so-called good feminists spending the majority of their time decrying these women. Not to their face but by virtue signaling on social media. By attempting to reassure men, and women against feminism, that this isn't real feminism. However, the feminism of Valerie Solas and Andrea Dworki is still real and still recognized today. The first women penned a manuscript about killing men called the Scum Manifesto, and even used this ideology to attempt to assassinate a man. If these women are not real feminists, and their followers aren't either, then why do they keep calling themselves such? You do realize they existed far before your fourth wave social justice movement where you try to pretend they are posers, yes. The reality of the situation is that feminism is that bad and that violent. That feminism of the man-hating kind started decades before you were born. Though not all feminism was like that back then, and still isn't, since they were there at the inception of feminism, they are more feminist than the 19-year-old girls who sit on Tumblr, and repeatedly post that man-hating isn't real feminism. Trans-exclusionary radical feminism also exists. It also started far before the year 2000. These are women who have been around for a while. Women who coined such terms before you were even born. If you are the newcomers to the movement, then you have even less of a say in what real feminism is, and isn't. You cannot dismiss that these movements were created before you and still exist today, but they are the fake ones. If anything, members of these feminist groups have every right to say that your brand of feminism is not the real one. Many of you do not even bother to confront them. Instead, you turn a blind eye, run around telling everyone else their brand of feminism isn't real, and for some reason hope that people listen. It's too late. Women, and men, do not believe this because they know it not to be the truth. You are better off trying to change the minds of radical feminists than you are of people who don't subscribe to the feminist ideology at all. They are your roadblocks. Not us. You're just going to have a harder time dealing with them. You know that, and that's probably why you do not work to change it.